Good morning, everyone. And today we're starting a new chapter for Merging with Śiva, chapter 44, entitled Darshan, Grace of the Guru, from the 1972 Master Course. Lesson 302, Overcoming Karma. Several thousand years ago, a yoga master was born from his own realization of the self. He was born from his search within, where he found absolute existence, deep inside the atomic structure of his being. This master's realization came as he controlled the mind and penetrated through it to the very core of its substance. After self-realization, his mind opened into the fullness of knowing. This knowledge he then imparted as needed to the students who came to him, curious or eager to solve the philosophical and metaphysical puzzles of life. The first esoteric universities formed around the master in this way. Other masters have since come and gone. Each in turn battled and conquered the fluctuating mind and penetrated into the depth of being. Students gathered around them in a most natural sequence of events. Each master brought forth from his intuition the related laws and disciplines needed so that they too might attain self-realization, īmkaīf as it is called in Shūm, the language of meditation. This is known as the Guru system of training. It is personal and direct. An advanced devotee is one whose intuition is in absolute harmony with that of his master. This is the way I teach, not in the beginning stages when my devotees are probing the subject matter for answers, but after they have conquered the fluctuation of the patterns of the thinking mind. When they reach an advanced level of control and rapport with me, they have become Shishya, dedicated their lives to serving mankind by imparting the teachings of Advaita Ishvaravada, the non-dualistic philosophy of the Vedas, the basic tenet of which is that man merges into God. Then, as my commentary, we have a related Shūm concept, Ama-una. Well, how this concept relates isn't apparent till toward the end of the definition. Looking into areas of the mind that have been explored by others, but never experienced by the looker, observer, except from a distant vantage point. View, intuit, cognize. One can look inside a room through a window and experience the room without having entered the room. The indweller can either raise or lower the shades, allowing or blocking the onlooker's view. Practicing this portrait allows one to work his mind constructively with another. Ama-una is not a communication or sharing, but totally the act of looking. This can also be done in one's own mind, not involving another. One can tea-leaf or psychically look into an area of the mind one has previously experienced, but ama-una only an area one has not yet fully experienced, either in meditation, through another's awareness, or through īmkaīf. Then we get the part that directly relates. Anache looks into inner states through the mind of his guru. the Guru opens himself up enough to allow the Natye to see in. Listening to a lecture or reading a book can be amauna. And back to the text. Advice can be given freely, but unless the seeker is dedicated to the path of eternal truth, it is taken only on the intellectual plane and quoted, but rarely used. That's great. Quoted, but rarely used. Therefore, the wise Guru gives challenges, spiritual assignments known as sadhana, advice, spiritual direction and guidance that merge with the aspirant's own individual will. This causes daily, recognizable results from actions taken to produce accomplishment physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Each seeker sets his own pace according to his character, his ability to act with care, forethought, consistency, and persistence in the sadhana given to him by his Guru. There are 5 states of mind. Each one interacts somewhat with the other. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind work together closely, as does the sub of the subconscious with the subconscious, and the subconscious with the sub-superconscious. The superconscious is the most independent of them all, being the mind of light. When one is in a superconscious state, seeing inner light is a constant experience of daily life. To attain states of this depth and still function creatively in the world, a solid training under a Guru is requisite. The power to meditate comes from the grace of the Guru. The Guru consciously introduces his student into meditation by stimulating certain superconscious currents within him. The grace of the Guru is sought for by the yogis and is well understood by them. Lesson 303, Darshan's a mystic power. Little is known of the Guru's grace or the power of darshana in Western culture. Darshana, more popularly darshan, is a Sanskrit word meaning vision, seeing, or perception. But in its mystical usage, it is more than that. Darshan is also the feeling of the emotions of a holy person, the intellect, the spiritual qualities that he has attained, and, most importantly, the Shakti, the power that has changed him and is there constantly to change others. Darshan encompasses the entirety of the being of a person of spiritual attainment. In India, everyone is involved in darshan. Some at a temple have darshan of the deity. Others at an ashrama have darshan of their Swami, or on the street enjoy darshan of a sadhu. And most everyone experiences Doordarshan. That's the word for television in India, meaning seeing from afar. Even this seeing through movies, news, and various programs of mystery, tragedy, humor, the fine arts, and culture can affect our emotions, intellect, pulling us down or lifting us up in consciousness. Seeing is such a powerful dimension of life, and it affects us in so many ways, inside and out. Darshan, in the true meaning of this mystical, complex, and most esoteric word, conveys all of this. The concept of darshan goes beyond the devotee's seeing of the Guru. It also embraces the Guru's seeing of the devotee. Hindus consider that when you are in the presence of the Guru, that his seeing of you, and therefore knowing you and your karmas, is another grace. So darshan is a two-edged sword, a two-way street. It is a process of seeing and being seen. The devotee is seeing and in that instant drawing forth the blessings of the Satguru, the Swami or the Sadhu, In turn, he is seeing the devotee in his divine place in the universe. Both happen within the moment, and that moment, like a vision, grows stronger as the years go by, not like imagination, which fades away. It is an ever-growing spiritual experience. The sense of separation is transcended, so there is a oneness between seer and seen. This is monistic theism. This is Advaita Ishvaravada. Each is seeing the other and momentarily being the other. So my commentary to emphasize this text, which is really profound. The popular idea of Darshan is that the devotee is seeing the Guru or seeing the deity in the temple. I am seeing the Guru, I am seeing the deity. I am having Darshan. Gurudeva is adding a second aspect, that the Guru or the deity is seeing you. And that when this mutual seeing is deep enough, it actually creates a oneness between the seer and the seen. So you can't say who is seeing who anymore, because it's all one. Back to the text. Darshan embodies Shakti. Darshan embodies Shanti. Darshan embodies Vidya, perceiving on all levels of consciousness for all inhabitants of the world. It is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual perception. Hindus believe that the darshan from a guru who has realized the self can clear the subconscious mind of a devotee in minutes, alleviating all reaction to past actions and alter his perspective from an outer to an inner one. Darshan is the emanating rays from the depth of an enlightened soul's being. These rays pervade the room in which he is, penetrating the aura of the devotees and enlivening the kundalini, the white, fiery vapor-like substance that is actually the heat of the physical body in its natural state. In the Orient, whenever the cloud of despair covers the soul of a devotee, the darshan of a guru is sought. Whenever it becomes difficult to meditate, his grace is hoped for to lift the veil of delusion and release awareness from the darker areas of mind to soar within. Consciously merge into the inner being of yourself, and you will know your guru when you find him. Then I thought, as an appropriate commentary, we could look at November Shūm Mamsani. Mingbasida Nabalitye īmkaīf Kanashūm. Mingbasida, the first portrait of this month's Mamsani, means a beautiful inner flow, spine to spine, between you and your guru. In this way, the Upanishum will become easy, possible, and a lot of joy will be emitted from your accomplishments. Mingbasida. Visualize the energy in your guru as being the same energy within you. If you can locate and identify with this basic life force between yourself and your guru, automatically and retroactively you will feel one with everyone in the universe, for it is the same energy which permeates all. Upanishum means an assignment given by your guru to help you on the path, a challenge to test your ability to direct awareness. Nabalatye means the constant working with Upanishum, working with yourself, striving inwardly, even when you don't want to. Nabalatye is the name of this inner area within the fourth dimension of the mind, a sub-superconscious state in which you are working with the instinctive intellectual areas of the mind in order to accomplish Upanishum on the path. Before a Nachaya Shishya is allowed to go further, he must master Upanishum, working in and through the inner states of Nabalatye and Mingbasida. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.